Okay, so when you're called and you're dealing with people of evil and you working around them, or you're just walking by them, or you live around them or whatnot, and these people tend to send you to provocation purposely, you have to understand why they do it. So I'm just going to give another tip off and a reminder on how to continue humbling yourself before God. As called out ones, we are singled out from this world. And when we're around people who try to provoke us into giving them a reaction with our emotions and stuff like that, God allows that to happen with the evildoers, with the unbelievers, because he wants us to grow spiritually. So every time somebody look at you, they laugh. Every time they see you, or you working with someone who envies you and want to get a reaction out of you, because Satan get off on our emotions. Just think about it. That's the reason why Yahweh say, be slow to anger. Don't be quick to anger, but be slow at it, because you get a chance to think. You be like, come on, okay, let me humble myself right now, because this person wants a reaction. See, people are miserable. They not called. So these are unholy people. They are unbelievers. They don't know the truth. They don't know God. They don't want to know God. They don't believe in God. They don't pray. They don't do none of that. But we do. So when these people try to send us into provocation, we have to be slow to anger and think and humble ourselves. Most of the time, what works even better is when we just stay quiet. Staying quiet to them may seem like we're weak or whatever, but who cares? We're not here to make people think of us the way we want them to view us and perceive us. That's not our purpose anymore. We're not of this world, so we can care less about the unbelievers. We have to know that these unbelievers are in our presence for a spiritual reason, for a spiritual growth and development purpose. So every time you're around someone who try to send you to provocation with their ego, insecurity issues, their baby pampers and stuff like that. They want people to pamper their emotions. They want people to feel some type of way because of their insecurities. They want you to change because of their insecurities and their ego. So they nitpick because they envy you. They nitpick because they don't understand you. These people are miserable. You know what I'm saying? But God is actually they bend them up about Satan, but God is allowing them to do that because he wants us to grow. And when you grow, that means that you're humbling yourself. You're humbling yourself by just ignoring it, praying to God to give you that strength, avenge you of your enemies, and just let it go. It may seem like they're getting away with, or they're not getting it, they're not understanding it, they're not being repaid because they keep doing it. But they keep doing it because it's obviously that God is not seeing the growth in us. Hallelujah. God is not seeing the growth in us. We're not greater than Jesus. See, Jesus went through all that, so we got to go through it. And even when we do pass the test, we still may have to go through this, because we got to be perfect. And not perfect, but we have to be at this certain level before we can enter into the kingdom. Huh? So, yeah, when you're around, we're talking about grown people. We're not talking about teenagers, and we're talking about kids. We're talking about adults who act like kids. It's disturbing, but that's how this is going. They not called. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let the called out ones know. Look, check this out. If you think about it, that could be you. Oh, that could be me, who has insecurity issues, who lies without a conscience of what they do and what they say, who steals and don't care about reaping the benefits when God decides to put his wrath upon them. That could be us, who have insecurity issues when we see the called ones walking by. Huh? That could have been you. That could have been me who wasn't called. Hallelujah. You got to shout. That could be me. That could be you, who have ego problems, who jealous easy, who envy easily. And like I said, once again, who comfortably lies without consciously caring about who they hurt and how God will view them and what they will reap from their actions. That could be you. That could be me. Hallelujah. So, since that's not us, we have a reason to shout. Since that's not us, we have a reason to continue through these tests. We have a reason to humble ourselves when we know we're being sent into provocation by the unbelievers, by the evildoers. We have a reason to shout. We have a reason to thank God that he's testing us. We have a reason to thank God that he chose us to go through this because we're preparing for the kingdom. We have a reason to shout because that could be you. That could be me. That could be us. On the other hand, on the other side of town, being muppeted by Satan, being used by God to help the other chosen ones develop growth and development in their spirituality. We could have been on the other side being used by Satan to help them enter into the kingdom. So you got to think about it. You got to think and you got to thank God about that. So when you're around evil, ignorant people, spiritual, ignorant people, unbelievers and evildoers, just thank God that it's not you and just going on through the storm and pass the test. Peace.